Hi there, Zach here, and welcome to another episode of Alpha Ass. Now, I know what a lot of you ungrateful motherfuckers are going to be saying. Zach, another Alpha Ass game that has to do with survival, another one. Break out of your shell. I cannot believe you're so addicted to these type of games. You have to expand a little bit more. And no, I don't. And no, I can't. And you all should just deal with my addiction right here, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not as bad as some of the other addictions that I have. But in all seriousness, this survival game definitely has such a great element to it that you don't see in a lot of the other survival games that I've had out there. Now, sure, there was some spooky, weird, kind of games out there like We Happy Few, where it feels like an oppressive kind of game. This one literally has like an exact horror genre to it. And not horror elements like Rust, where it's a guy with a gun standing outside of your badly built house and he's just saying, "You better fucking let me in there, I'm gonna break open the door," and you're sitting there all naked with your rock just trembling, knowing that he's going to break in and take your 5 stacks of wood. You know it's going to happen. No, these are actual elements of horror. Fucking crazy, cannibalistic, mutants that are trying to kill you. It's really hard to kill them. They travel in packs. The atmosphere is absolutely insane with the wind whipping through the trees. It's just so terrific, and it works out really well in some parts, not so well in some other parts. But enough pussyfooting around, guys. Let's get right into this. This is an Alpha Ass review of The Forest. And to start the game off, we have a nice little image of your son sleeping on your arm in an airplane. Everything is quiet. Life is simple and easy. You wonder how your life as a single father got to where it was. Yeah, maybe if you didn't have such a crippling gambling debt, you would have a perfect platonic family instead of, kidnapping your son and flying to Puerto Rico to escape the cops and loan sharks. But then, it happens. Radical terrorism.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Actually, I'm not quite sure if any of that really happens. Your plane does go down, but like most other survival games, the background to your character is pretty unnecessary. What we do care about is good survival games with reasoning to survive and game mechanics that will definitely get you through the game and an atmosphere that will suck you in. And for that, this game is pretty great. Your son gets grabbed up by some sort of native pedophiles, so you have to track him down. While you look around, you need to find missing passengers to your plane, find food, water, build a shelter, all the basic essentials for not dying of dysentery painfully. And I won't lie to anyone, the difficulty curve on a lot of these survival games is typically pretty high. I don't know if it's because they're all almost entirely alpha games and they haven't just gotten around to programming a tutorial of some sort, but these developers definitely do not want to tell you shit up front. And this game is no different, and you know what? Great for them. Good job. I don't want to be spoon-fed information like a toddler. I want to learn the hard way. What is this? Berries? Awesome, I'm starving. I love berries. Okay then, so those ones are bad. Those ones are poisonous berries and they hurt you whenever you eat them. Okay, register that away in your mind. Okay, it didn't take away too much health, so it looks like we're still good. You know what? I might as well wash down some of that poison with the scummy pond water. Okay, in retrospect, that was a bad idea. I got that now. I probably should have known that before, but I didn't. Now I know. Moving on. You know what? I wonder if this pale man over here could tell me more. Oh, God! But you know what? Don't worry if you die in this game. If you happen to go the way of the gay buffaloes, this game saves every single time you sleep at one of the structures that you make. So just reload and try not to do this thing that you did before.
Now I can save and go to sleep at night if I prefer that.
But let's just start off at the beginning with the manual. Okay, step 1, make a structure. Okay, sounds pretty easy. I'll just collect a bunch of rocks and sticks from the ground, start cutting down some trees. Oh, looks like I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I might as well vandalize some people's luggage to find stuff to eat. I'm sure that they won't mind too much. And bada bing, bada boom, prefect. What is next? Campfire? That doesn't sound too bad. Get some twigs, light it with your little lighter right here. There we go. Got some warmth, and now you can cook some things. What's next? Okay, it's saying something here about, some berries are good and, some berries are bad. And wait. Blackberries are bad, but these dark blue indigo type berries are good. Okay, well, you know what? You could have made a color difference that's a bit larger of a spectrum! Okay, so we got a basic grasp of this game. Food, shelter, you can combine different items in your inventory to make new items, which actually works pretty well. As long as you have a basic imagination. You don't need blueprints to understand that if you sharpen the end of a stick, it turns into a pointy stick. Thanks, game. You're not treating me like a complete idiot. So what do we do now? I'm full, I'm hydrated, I'm mentally stable, which is always good to hear. It's not something that my father would agree with, but that's why he's in the ground and I'm up here, right? So I'm guessing I should probably look for my child before that guy diddles him and... Nope, actually, never mind. The sun is going down. So, I might just stay here for a little bit, maybe cook a lizard or two so I can have some meat in the future. Just kind of, planning on the future. What the fuck was that?
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. I can't see. I can't see. Is there more of you? Is there just one of you? No. How can you see me? Come on, dude.
So this is what I'm talking about. These natives are so fucking vindictive because if you don't match their pale skin or congratulate them on passing their, cannibal college course, they will do whatever they can to make sure you're not going to live through the night. Now true, they only come out at night it seems, so you could easily skip their attacks by building a building or a structure and sleeping in there for the night. But you'd be surprised on how many times you're out surveying the land and then time just sneaks up on you. Bada bing, bada boom. The sun was up 2 seconds ago, and right now I have 3 people chasing me down wanting to eat my ass meat. And if you die to them, just don't worry about it. You're not dead yet, actually. The game gives you a get out of death free card, but they do drag you back to their sex cave where they tie you up and you're supposed to break out, but you can only do that once. The game really doesn't want to deal with your shit twice. And then you have to reload from the last time you saved. And if you forgot to save, then you have to go back 4 days where you had to do everything all over. And if it isn't enough that they all kind of travel in groups most of the time, these little fuckers are hard to hit. If Sonic got drunk and banged Nosferatu, these would be the hell spawns that would come out of it.
Bada boom! Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry, game. I'm sorry. I should have left. I know I should have left. Please. Oh, you a little bit afraid of me now, you little punk? Okay. This guy's got the jukes. Listen here, guy. You gonna come after me? You wanna face up to me? Okay, dude. Stop fucking running.
And the map that you have is big enough to at least give a cartographer a half of a chub. But the real interesting thing about this game is the atmosphere, like I've mentioned before. And not just the atmosphere, but the little things that you find in the atmosphere all around you. Abandoned campsites, random caves with dead bodies in it, strangely enough, and even an empty yacht that had not only the first cassette player so you can listen to some jams while you're getting chased around by a bunch of fucking crazies.
Wake me up before you go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo.
But it also had a really strange picture of some creature that had like 15 types of legs. And I'm not quite sure why Crazy Cannibal Island is on the brochure for a great vacation spot, but at the same time, I never knew why people liked Twilight either, so maybe I'm just an asshole. And to be fair, guys, I did play a little bit more outside of the recordings that you guys were seeing when I was kind of talking over it, because it's the easiest way to convey it, reading it from a piece of paper and then doing it off the top of my head. But I did go a little bit further into there. That's where I learned that you could, tinker around with making different items and modifying those items, such as having your axe and gluing the teeth of the people that you killed on the outside of the axe to make it more powerful. Interesting. It definitely worked. But I made the mistake of going into one of those caves that I was mentioning to you before. And apparently that's where the crazies hide out in, which would make sense. It would make sense. If your skin looks like it's going to be burned in 2 seconds, I would say, yeah, let's go deep within the earth until the sun goes down. And then from there, I kind of got led that there's a big hole where my son was taken to, and I have to go down to that big hole. And while I was going down to that big hole, I mean, my heart was going, because there's been weird stuff that's been happening. There's been a few things. There's been fucking creepy ass creatures. Not only the crazy cannibals, but weird ass creatures that are strong and just nightmare fuel. And then what did I die from? One of the nightmare fuels. Yep. I died from these little, the best thing I could say is they're fetuses. Like little cannibal fetuses that started pouring out of everything. And I didn't know where I was being attacked from, so I just started swinging wildly all around, throwing Molotov cocktails everywhere. Couldn't find them. Died just like that. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, oh my God, cannibal fetuses? Oh, why didn't you record that part? I stopped recording because I had what I needed to make this. But that just shows you that I haven't even gotten to like the main crux of it, and who fucking knows what would be down in that hole. I mean, it's making me want to play it again, but let me explain to you. I died and I didn't save in the past 5 days. And until you play this game, you have no idea how much you get taken away from you. All the stuff that you modified, all the new things that you got, all the random places that you pillaged and brought back to your home to put them nice in your nice little safe so you could just grab it, that was all gone. But this just shows you that there's plenty more that this game has to offer. I just wasn't strong enough to do it. And to be fair, that's one of the negative things about this game, is sometimes it's just too much. I just want to go back to that area. So I want to go and leave during the night, but they're all over the place at night, and they see you no matter what. Like, I don't know if I was wearing those, like, have you any of you remember the 90s where they had the shoes where every single time you would step, it had blinkers at the very bottom of it? I don't know if that was the shoe, the shoes that I was wearing. But they saw me every single time, whether light or no light. So that might be something that I would suggest changing. I mean, maybe the moon gave me away. I don't know. But as for my final decision, I would have to give this definitely towards the alpha side, maybe an 8 out of 10. Simply for the fact that after a while, you're just like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just keep walking around checking off the people on the list, the missing passengers? Do I just keep doing that over and over again? Which is weird. It's weird because they give you like 40 people's names, and you go up to a disembodied, it doesn't have a head, part of its spleen's taken out, one of its legs is cut off, one of its tits are chopped off, and you're just like, yep, that was old Miss McGillicuddy. You've had better days, Miss McGillicuddy. You've had better days. Like, I don't know how the fuck the guy knows exactly who that is, but whatever. Some people have better memory than I do. But mostly, it's just because you have to find stuff to do. And unlike most survival games, since this one has more of a gear towards something, it gets boring a little bit quicker. Like all the other survival games, the only thing is build up. Like for Rust, you can either go around griefing people, which, yeah, it's fun. It's fun at times. You could build up a huge-ass mansion or a huge-ass fortress to people be like, wow, that's really impressive. You could go around talking to people. You can make friends. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. This one, it's don't die, look for your kid, look for the people. That's it. I mean, you could tinker around. You can make a cabin. You can make a houseboat. But besides that, you got nothing else to do. Have fun with all that. And I'm not saying that might be what some people want. But since it has a main goal, aka getting back your son, I want to do that. I don't want to build my own place. I want bare minimum and spend all my time trying to find him. And trying to find the cave that led to the hole anyways took too long. It took absolutely too long. I might be bad at surveying the land. I mean, thank God I wasn't born around pioneer times, or else my covered wagon would just be going in a circle. I'm like, God dang, that looks like a mighty familiar rock. I would spend the money for it. It's still in development hell, just like all the other survival games I've told you about. I think Subnautica is the only game, if it's not out, it's going to come out. I think at the beginning of the year, they said they were going to come out with the final one. But all the other ones, they've been developing for years. And they just refuse to put it out final. They keep saying, oh, this is Alpha 2.86245. Wait until next time when it's Alpha 2.68542282. That one's going to be good. That one you're going to be able to see skin texture. But besides that, definitely buy it. If you like survival games but think, God, I just want more. I just want to shit my pants more. Definitely get this game. I would suggest it. Just like all the other ones, I think it's around $20. It won't break the bank for a lot of you. But until the next one, I do apologize for taking for so long. Holidays have been kicking my ass, but I still want to put out more. And if you guys have any ideas of what I should play and what I should review in the future, definitely leave a comment and a dislike, because we all know you're going to fucking do it anyways. Cheers.